I tend to find they're better if you do them that way, from the outside in rather than from the inside out, and then there's less chance of them coming away. But he prefers a zip. I'm going to put a zip into this quilt. We always find that your feet tend to push the buttons out, and he normally does the buttons this way, and I find that they grip better. If you do have buttons and you don't want to change them, I tend to find they're better if you do them that way, from the outside in rather than from the inside out, and then there's less chance of them coming away. But he prefers a zip, so I bought this zip. This I think it's 10 meters of zip, and for 10 meters or 5 meters of zip, and for 5 meters they give you 10 little heads for them. I'll only need one for today, but basically what we do is I'm going to take the buttons off first, remove those buttons, and then both pieces of fabric go in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew it so that this one piece of fabric lies like that, and the other piece of fabric goes on top like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of spare fabric that I've got, just to close that end up like you normally do on zips. Put a piece of fabric on the end there, and that's going to sit on the very end here like that. And I'll probably have to start, I can start sewing from there, but it's going to be a bit more awkward to do this on this bit here. So at the very end, you can either unpick this here, or you can actually just move it up like that and start it there. And you've got a little bit of a kink there, but because that's going to be underneath, you can't really see it. Nothing to worry about. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got my buttons removed, and now I'm going to start on the zip. And the first thing I'm going to do is put this to one side and prep the zip. The hardest thing you've got is working with all this fabric, and it helps if you kind of can roll it up a bit so that you've only got this last piece that you've got to contend with, and the rest is like a sausage roll. So I'll get his lordship to help me turn it into a sausage roll. So to prepare the zip, I'm taking a piece of scrap fabric just to make an end on it. I'll make an end on one side first. I won't do the other end until I've got the exact length of the quilt that I need. So basically on this one, I'm going to take this fabric and make a fold there and put that against there like that, and pin it on just so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to fold this back on itself like this, so that I've now got two pieces together like that. Oh, and I'm going to pin that there across the two zips like that. And then I'm going to go up and down there and up and down there, and then turn it over, and this will be tucked inside it. And here's a tip for you. I'm going to use a cone of white thread, and obviously you could put that in the cup. You don't need to. What I want to show you, if I can back off a bit, no, the other way, like that, is you take one of your, if you've got one of these machines where you have these, that's a handy thing to put on. You put it on there, and I'm putting it so the softer side is on that side and not the sharper side. So softer side facing, and then I'm taking my cone and I'm threading that through here, and I'm threading it through there, and then I will continue to thread the machine, and that just makes it easier to draw up from your spool. I've been doing that for a long time, and I find it so much easier. Another way to do it is to do it where you've got the fabric, you get the fabric and you do it, fold it back, then you go up one side, then push your zip in there so you know exactly where the other bit's going to go, and you can make a mark where it's going to be going there, and allow for the fact that you're going to need to turn it in, and it needs a bit of room, and then you sew down there, and then you trim off the edge. And what I tend to do is I start in the middle, go forward and then back a couple of times, very slowly, because you're going through the actual zip. there, and then turn it round and come back the same way. Lift it up, turn it round and come back to the middle again. And that's where I'll stop. And trim this off here, those threads off here. So this is where we bring the quilt back so we can get the length. And the quilt is here. We'll start at one end. So we've got this end here. So we'll start with the button band, the button end one. This blue part's the button, and the white is the buttonhole one. So I'm going to start with the button one. Now I'm going to have it so I'm going to start with the buttonhole, and I'm going to have it so that the buttonhole goes right up to there, to the edge, and your buttonholes are turned inwards, so that goes up to there. I won't be stitching this top part, but then pin your fabric. Now you're going to be going, yeah, pin your fabric like that all the way along on that folded edge, all the way down, just short of the teeth. So I'm coming to the end of this where the other end here is. You can just see that's where the join is. So I'm going to measure the zip to about the end there, just short of the end. So measure the zip to about there where you can see the join is. Let's get you a bit further down there. That's better. The zip, I've got it all pinned in apart from this last piece, and then I'm going to take to about there where my thumb is, and I'm going to cut that zip there. So now I've got that far. I've got to do two things. I've got to open it to put a zipper in, and then I've got to put my end cap on. So I open it just a little bit, and where are my zippers? There they are. Get one of these, turn it so I can see what I'm doing. Trim a little bit off one side, just a little bit off one side. Can you see? Hold on, if I go a bit closer there. Trim a little bit off there, just like that. So I've got that, so that one's got the teeth and the other one hasn't. Then do that one there. Hold them both at the top. And what you can do, if you've got a pair of pliers, is get your pliers there, across there like that. Grip them tight and then pull. So I've now got my zip on. That's less to worry about there. And then now I'm going to get my little top, and that's going to go onto the end, and we're going to sew that on first before we set the rest of the zip in. So that goes well inside there. Push it right in. So now I've got the right length there, going along there, and I've got my zip in. Then I can do this end bit here and then pin it in, and once I've got it pinned in, then I can start sewing along there. So it's now pinned along the length, and there's the zipper part. So now I'm going to sew all the way down there, close to the edge, but keeping it away from the teeth. As you can see, I've got the sausage there, and I'm going to be working on this. I shall put the rest of this up here and just work simply on the zip part. So we've got the zip in one side now, and now we're going to put the zip in the other side. So what we do there is we take, this is going to go onto here, onto this part. So you're going to have a little bit of a gap there, but what you're going to do is you're going to sew this onto the double part of that fabric. Your fabric's folded over and it's going to go onto the double part. So that when it's sewn in, you have a little bit of a prominent part at that end, just a little bit, but on the other side it's going to be stitched into the other side of the fabric. This is the upper surface, so you won't see that when it's laying onto the bottom of the bed. So I'm going to pin that along, and then I'm going to sew along there, and that's it all done. Now I've got it in there, but what I like to do is run a second row very close to the edge there, because you have got some movement there. So I'm going to run a second row very close to the edge, just to tidy it up really. And there you have it. That's the zip in there. There you go. One zip on the end of a quilt. How easy is that? A little bit bulky, but then I can take the elastic off each end, fold it all up, and I've got a zip on my quilt, and it makes life so much easier.